In part 1, we started bearing, so this is part 2 of bearing. And this time around, I'm going to start by answering a question from final examination paper, and this is grade 12. Even though bearing is also examined at grade 9, even grade 9 they should be able to understand how to do angle bearing. So in my hand, I have a number of past examination papers. So this one is paper 1 for GC 2019 July. So if you can look at that paper, this is 2019. From the 2019 paper, we are going to search for the question which was examined under bearing. So yes, there it is. It came as question 14. So if you look at question 14, that was the question under bearing. I'm sure if you can pause if you are watching it from the plasma or your laptop or any gadget, you can be able to copy that question from that gadget. But all the same, I'm going to take time to go through to read through the question. So what it is, we have a diagram which is a triangle. Then after that triangle, we are saying the diagram below shows Mr. Moenda trip. It travels on a bearing of 141 from A to B, full stop. He then decided to continue with his trip from B on a bearing of 255 to C. The angle BCA is equal to 35 degrees. Now there are two questions there, of which each is carrying 2 marks. The first one is question A, which is 14A, find the bearing of A from B, 2 marks. Question B is find the bearing of P from C. So these are the questions. Find the bearing of A from B and the bearing of A from C. And if you look at the number of marks, each question is carrying 2 marks. 2 marks are a lot of marks. So I'm going to draw this question on the board. So let me be rough. This is what the triangle we are treating. Yes, but let's put it on record for the sake of viewers out there. But that's why I said for you who is present, you are free to ask what questions. So let's look at this point. This point is named A. Then this other point, this is named B. This is point B and this is point C. Then according to them, they have given this angle to 35 degrees. This is 35 degrees. It's not bearing just an angle. Then somewhere there we have a true north elected. And this is what the north. They have just indicated L, but that N stands for the what? Our true north. And the amount of 10 there is what? 141 degrees. Remember, moving clockwise from the true north, one can be able to interpret that. So according to them, in the statements, they said it travels on a bearing of 141 degrees from A to B. Have you seen from A to B? So this is the bearing of P from A, which is 141 degrees. So that is given. Then apart from that, we have also another true elected at or drawn at B. And this time around there is an amount of time like that up to that. And this amount of time they say this is 255 degrees. Are we together? Yes. That is 255 degrees. Then after that the questions were find the bearing of A from B. Find the bearing of A from. Find the bearing of question A from B, and question B, find the bearing of A from C, A from C, of which each question is carrying 2 marks. It's paper 1, somewhere there it is indicated, answer. This is question A and this is question B. Each question is carrying 2 marks. So this is where you need to write your answers. Each question carrying 2 marks. This one is 2 marks. And this other one is what? 2 marks. So that is why you need to transfer your answers. Now, let me explain properly. The way it is when you are doing paper 1, the question can be there. This space we have seen. This is where you need to do your what? Your working. And after you finish doing your working, the answer should be transferred. Now the question is, what if you don't transfer the answer there? You are going to lose the 2 marks. Because the marker will take it that the time you calculated, you did your calculations, you doubted your calculations. That's why you failed to write the answer. So in short, this is the plate where you need to save what? The examiner. You can do all your calculation, you make a mistake, you can make this paper dirty. But the final answer that you are going that you are going to see to say this is fit is the one to be written there for you to score 2 marks. So according to the instructions, even in paper 1, there is this instruction where they say, show all your working. Omission of essential working will result in loss of marks. So this is where you need to show your work. So this is what I have mapped. So now, without wasting time, in part 1, I explained the concept on how to handle questions under bearing. But this time around, in this part 2, we need to deal with examination questions. And so far, this question we are dealing with is coming from 2019 paper 1, and which is for GCE. 2019 paper 1, and it is for GCE. I'm sure that is understood. So that was the time. Let's look at this. Bearing of A from B. Look at that from B. Bearing of A from B. Do we have a B somewhere? Yes. And a B not. A from B. How do we get a bearing of A from B? A from B. So from B we are going to move from, this is the due north, passing B. From B you move, you keep on going until you connect the line coming from there. From what we learned, I said that the 2 opposite interior angles add to what?
180.
Yes, so this angle, 141 and that one, add to what? 180. So we need to get this angle. So how are we going to do it? Let me show there. Bearing of A from B. A from bearing of A from B. Method 1. Mind you, in my examples I showed 2 methods. Even here we are going to use 2 methods, but in order to beat time in an exam, just rely on one method. The method that you see to be efficient, apply that. So let's look at that. In the first place, we are going to say 180 minus what? 141, and that way you are going to arrive at what?
59.
Yes, let me say this angle is x. So this is 39, the difference, this is angle x. So we have known that at x we have what? So this 39 is preventing this amount of 10, which is an angle bearing of A from B, from becoming a revolution. Because of that, we are going to write 360, take away what?
141. 255.
Are you sure? Take away 39. Look at this amount of gap, this. So it is this 39 preventing that from becoming a revolution, because a revolution is a complete turn, which is 360. Remember, we looked at angles at a point. So there is a point there. So this is a point. So considering the angle at a point, we move from there until we stop there. So this is 39. So let's take away 39 from 360. 10 minus 9 is 1. Then 5 minus 3 is 2. And this is 3. 321 degrees. So you have to transfer there 321 degrees. And by doing that, you score 2 marks. We look at method 2. What is method 2 all about? Even this space can be used. Method 2. Or maybe I show method 2 somewhere there. Even here, method 2. Question there, method 2. Question there, method 2. So method 2, we need to bring in the property of what is straight lines. So if you look at this true north, if it can be extended, this true north is extended. Moving from this point in a clockwise direction up to this point, you have made what? 180 degrees. So we need to know this angle, that angle. How are we going to get this angle? Remember, we learned about alternate angles. This is a Z, this, that. So this 141 comes in. If you don't want to do that, you know that this is 39. Straight line angles add up to 180. 180 minus 39, you get 141. So what you are going to do this time around to get the bearing of A from B, you are going to say 180, which is a straight line, plus 141, plus 141. That. So 0 plus 1, 1. Then 4 plus 8, 4. Carry 1. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3. Again, look at this. This is 321 degrees. That is how you can score the 2 marks. Any question? So if you can do that, just like that. This was final examination, and this is examination paper 2019. Elsewhere, it can be Cambridge, as long as the bearing is in their syllabus. There are no two ways about it on how to go about bearing. This which I've explained, these are the, but in the field, the way it is, where some of you are going to become soldiers. So in the field, to locate a place, you need to apply the concept of what? Bearing, to find a way. I'm sure that is understood. Not only the soldiers, even the pilots and those captains who, yes, the captain is what, the one who sails what, the ship. Yes, at some point you need to get a compass and do the bearing so that you can get to the correct what direction. But at this point in time, we just teach how to do the bearing. So let's move on to question B. It is bearing of what? A from C. So let us see how best we can do the bearing of what?
A from C.
Bearing, we can tell together.
Yes, sir.
Of A from
C.
C. Yesterday we said, sir, me, I don't know how to do bearing. I said, bearing is not an issue. Yes. So we are fixing bearing A from C. This time around, you need to be very, very careful. So we are going to draw a true north at C. I'm sure this is the true north at C. Are we together?
Yes.
So what bearing do we want? A from what?
C.
C.
So from A from C, just movement from there to there. This is the bearing of A from C. Let's say this is a Y. A from C. Let's represent it by Y. So we need to start from somewhere. Look, if we have a 39 there, if you do a Z, this 39 is going to come there. Are we together?
Yes.
But do we know this angle? No. So we need to know the whole root of this angle so that we subtract a 39 from that whole root of that angle. And once we get that, we are going to do again alternate angles. The Y which is here is the same Y which is going to come there, to be there. This. And this is going to be the bearing of A from C. So we need to start from somewhere. So how are we going to do it? Jinta, is it fun? How are we going to do it? Help me.
Sir,
This, yes.
we're going to do 255.
255.
141.
255, subtract what?
141.
No. Look, this 255, it is from there to there. Then we have a 180 already. This is straight line from there to there is 180. You will say 255 minus 180 instead. And if you subtract that, you're going to get 5. 15 minus 8, it is what? 7. So this which you have found is 75 degrees. Do you know where this 75 degrees is going to be? Let me make this. Do you know where the 75 is going to be?
Yes.
The whole root of this is 255 up to that. Have you seen?
Yes.
But up to that it is 180. So this is 75, this is 75, and this is 180. So this 255 is a sum of 180 plus 75 from there to there. So this is 75. So now, by doing that, we need also to know the angle that is going to be here. Let's say this is M. That angle, M. So how do we do that? Look at straight line angles. This time around we have a straight line. And this is straight line. If you observe very carefully, this is straight line. It comprises of 3 angles. Look at this. Let me show them. There is this angle which we said X, which is a 39. I'm sure you've seen that.
Yes.
There is a line there. There is this angle which I've termed to be what? M. There is also this angle which we have found as what? 75. Three angles on a straight line add up to what? 180. So let's get the value of M. So we are going to say M plus 39 plus equals what?
180.
Which is a straight line. So M equals 35 plus 75. 35 plus 75. You get, oh, it is 39? Sorry. It means it is 39. Okay, 39 plus 75. Let's find the sum of these two.
So have 1
It is what, 14?
14.
14 carry 1?
11.
11.
Yes. 114.
It is 114.
Yes.
So if this is 114, the whole root of this is 114. Sorry? That 114. Yes, it's 114. So if this is M plus 114 equals what? 180. Let's get M. M is equal to 180
Minus 114.
114. So that's the difference. M equals 10 minus 4 is what? 6. And 10 minus 4 is 6. So this is 7 minus 1 is 6.
6.
Are we together?
66.
66.
66 degrees.
And 1 minus 6. So this is 66 degrees. So now the whole root of this from there to there is what?
66.
Have you seen? Now with this 66, let's subtract that 39 so that we get the value of y. Are we together?
Yes.
So now how are we going to get the value of y? We are going to say y is equal to what? 66, which is the whole root of that, minus part of it is what? 39. So y equals 66 minus 39. 16 minus 9? 7. Are we together?
Yes.
And this is 5. 5 minus
2. 27.
27. So this one is 27. So y is 27. So if you do it, what are the angles? So zero there it is what? 27. So the bearing of that is what? Is 0 what?
27.
So you transfer it there. 0 to 7 degrees. That's why most candidates find bearing to be difficult. And this in Zambian papers is examined in paper 1. And again for the grade 9s, there's a simple question which is going to be examined under bearing. Should I answer even another question?
Yes, the last one.
I answer, we pick on another one.
Yes, we're going to pick the last one.
Yes, so we are going to pick at random from different past papers. So that was 2019. You know, every year the question comes on bearing. So let's find another paper which is complete. Which paper is going to be next? That was 2019. What about this one? This one is what? I need to know 23. Okay, this is 2017. This is November, which means examination for school certificate. This one now is for grade 12. So this is for grade 12. 20. It is 2017 for grade 12s because this is what the certificate one. So now if you look at that paper, if you can peruse somewhere, you need to come across a question examined on bearing. There it is. Again, it came as question number 14. Even the previous one, it was question number 14. If you look at in this paper, again, this is question 14. I'm sure you can be able to read this through. That is question 14. There is a triangle there, and some angles are shown. So let me answer this question in another episode, which we are going to call part 3. So in part 2, I've just answered one question which was examined in 2019 for the external candidates. So this one is going to be covered in another video or clip which I'm going to call as part 3. Thank you for watching.